YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Nigel coming back at y'all with yet another video. And yes, you saw the title. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to retire by 30. Let's go. Now, approximately people spend 13 years of their lives working. Now, if you want this time back, the best way to do it is to retire early. Now, retiring early can free up a lot of your free time to where you could actually go on vacations, you could do hobbies that you like to do, you could spend more time with your family and even give back, because chances are if you're retired, you're going to have a lot more money. Now, if this sounds good to you, I suggest that you follow these steps that'll get you to the right place as fast as possible. Now, the first thing that you need that you want to be aware of when you want to retire early is you need to calculate how much you need to actually retire. I say a good rule of thumb is $100,000 annually, which is passive income. There's multiple ways you could do this. You could look up online to find ways to actually get passive income, but we'll just take it from a stock market perspective. The S&P 500 gives on average a 10% return, which will mean that you would need approximately $1 million to satisfy your retirement goals. I'd say 1.5 just to be safe. We know the market goes up and down, but overall, you want to make sure that you calculate exactly how much you need. Are you a Bentley type of person? Are you cool with your Honda? If you're cool with your Honda, maybe you need less. If you want the Bentley, you're probably going to need a lot more. But you need to figure out exactly what you want and how much you need. And then once you figure that out, all you have to do is find out the steps you need to take to get there. The second thing that you need to be aware of if you want to retire is you need to reduce your expenses. Now, it will be extremely hard for you to save for retirement if every time the check hits your account, you're looking to buy the new Birkin bag, you're looking to buy the new PlayStation, whatever you like buying, you're looking to buy. You need to reduce your expenses as much as possible. The ways you could do this are by canceling subscriptions. I know everybody loves Netflix, but you can go without it. Don't do it. If you can make a budget, stick to your budget, and you know exactly what's going in and out, it'll be a lot easier for you to make adjustments to where you can reduce your expenses when you're spending on things that you don't really need. Eating out, you could reduce that by actually staying at home, buying groceries, things of that nature. Whatever fits your life, I'd say make a budget, find out what's going out more. If you find out that you're spending a whole bunch of money on food, try to reduce the amount of food that you buy weekly until you get to a reasonable level. But that's the next step, reduce your expenses. So the next tip that I have that you need to do when you want to retire is you need to increase your income. Now, this is probably one of the most important steps because, as we know, if you don't have a high enough income, you have no chance of retiring, so you could kiss that yacht goodbye. But the best way that I suggest that you do this is, starting off at 18, you need to find a skill. You need to find a skill that's irreplaceable. People will know, even if you get fired from one job, you could go to the next one, you could say, I know how to do this, and they're gonna pay you the same exact amount. But you wanna find this, you don't have to go to school to do this. There's lots of trade options out there if you like doing that more. You get into welding, plumbing, electrician, automotive, anything like that. But whatever route you take, you want to make sure that you're gaining a skill. As soon as you gain a skill, it's going to be a lot easier for you to raise your income. You'll get into that 100K bracket, which will free up a lot of space for you to actually start investing, which is going to be the next step for you actually retiring early. As I was saying, the next tip we have is investing aggressively. Now, I want to note the word aggressively. This isn't normal investing. This is aggressive investing. And this doesn't mean that you go YOLO on Tesla stock or you go YOLO on Bitcoin. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to dedicate a high percentage of your income towards investing. They say a good rule of thumb is 50% of your after-tax income has to go into investing if you want to retire by 30. I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you want to go even faster, you could put in 60, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Obviously, if you get a higher income, it's going to be a lot easier to live off of a lower percentage of your income. But when you start investing, you want to do your best job to minimize the mistakes that you make. The ways that you can do this is educating yourself in general. go look up some YouTube videos. Go look at some dudes who have been in the financial world for a while. Jim Cramer just made a messed up prediction, but you can follow him too. He'll give you a lot of the basics of investing. Make sure you go and read some really good books on investing. Anything that'll help you out, because at the end of the day, if you want to retire in 12 years, you don't have time to be losing your money because you're making stupid mistakes, especially when you already built up your portfolio to a high amount. Those percentage losses are going to really start to sting as you get towards age 30. Now, the last tip I have is for retiring by 30 is you need to avoid debt. Now, a lot of people, they get caught in the trap. I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with reducing your expenses. A lot of times people will just be very irresponsible. They'll say, I can buy this. They'll get a credit card. They'll say, I'll pay it off later, and it never gets paid off. I know a lot of people had to take school loans out so they could get a skill, which is another thing that's on this board. But if you can avoid it, try to. There's scholarships out there. Hopefully Biden passes that $10,000 student loan forgiveness. You never know. But regardless, you want to make sure that you avoid debt as much as possible. You don't need that new car. If your car is running nice and fine, you don't have to buy the 2021 car. You can stay with 2007 and get to A to B as good as possible. But if you avoid that and you follow all these steps, if you don't retire by 30, chances are you're going to be very close to retiring at 30. And by the time you hit 40, you're going to be smooth sailing. So make sure you follow these tips if you want to retire. I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Make sure you hit the like button if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm coming out with more content every single week. Fitness, finance, self-care, all the good stuff. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.